He was just grabbing groceries. Same aisles, same brands, same routine, until the day he found her. A woman sitting cross-legged between trays of raw meat. Violet skin that shimmered under fluorescent light. Eyes like liquid amber. And on her wrist, a plastic tag with a price, $247.99. No one else noticed. Shoppers moved around her like she didn't exist, but Marcus did. And in that moment, everything he thought he knew about humanity, freedom, and worth shattered. Because she wasn't a product. She was alive, and she was terrified. Hey there, traveler. If stories about humanity's hard and impossible world speak to you, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. It helps more curious minds find stories like this one. And trust me, you'll want to see where this goes. Because what Marcus does next might just change the galaxy's idea of what it means to be human. Marcus wasn't supposed to find her. It was supposed to be just another dull grocery run, the kind you do half awake, replaying your shopping list like a prayer. He turned the corner past the organic section, expecting chicken and beef. Instead, his cart squeaked to a stop. There she was, sitting cross-legged on the cold metal counter between trays of raw meat. Her skin shimmered violet under the harsh lights, smooth like glass, her hair cascading in dark green waves. But what froze him wasn't her beauty. It was the plastic tag clipped around her wrist. $247.99 for a heartbeat. Marcus couldn't breathe. Other shoppers passed casually. Mothers, kids, old men. None of them saw her. Or maybe they chose not to. He whispered, "Are you okay?" She blinked once, then shook her head slowly. Something in that small gesture cracked him open. Because in that moment, Marcus realized she wasn't part of the display. She was the display. And somehow, in this perfectly normal store, surrounded by discount signs and dull chatter, a sentient being was for sale. Marcus stood frozen, the hum of the refrigerator units filling the silence between them. His heart thudded painfully in his chest. This couldn't be real. An alien woman sitting between slabs of meat with a price tag. Yet there she was, trembling slightly under the cold air. He wanted to yell, to make everyone see what was happening, but the old man beside him just compared pork chops. A mother scrolled on her phone. Nobody cared. Nobody saw. His grip tightened on the cart handle. "Okay," he whispered to himself. "Okay, think. Call someone? Who? The police? The news?" No one would believe him. So instead, he did something insane. He pulled out his phone, opened his banking app, and stared at his balance. Almost $847.32's more than enough. Minutes later, he was at the customer service counter. The teenage clerk didn't even look up. "I'd like to purchase the, woman in the meat section. Xanthorian female, unit 7G, the clerk droned. "That'll be $268.45 with tax." Marcus handed over his card with shaking hands. The transaction beeped. Done. Receipt in hand, he whispered to himself, "I just bought someone's freedom." Marcus walked back through the aisles, the receipt clutched in his fist like a lifeline. The alien woman was still there, perfectly still, eyes fixed on him, as if waiting. "I bought you," he blurted out, then immediately winced. "No, I mean, I paid for you. You're free now. You can leave." She rose slowly from the counter, her movements impossibly graceful, bare feet touching the cold floor without a sound. She reached for the slip of paper in his hand, her long violet fingers brushing his. Her touch was cool, electric. "Why?" she asked softly. Her voice was melodic, tinged with sadness. "Because you're not a thing," Marcus said. "You're a person." She studied him for a moment, then spoke words that chilled him. "This world is under the Galactic Commerce Agreement. Article 47 allows trade of all sentient beings as labor units." He stared at her, horrified. "That's insane." "Yes, she murmured. It is. Around them, shoppers continued to move, buying, comparing, ignoring. Two beings stood there in the middle of human normalcy, holding a conversation that should have never existed. "What's your name?" Marcus asked quietly. "Lyra," she said. "And you?" "Marcus. Let's get you out of here, Lyra." They walked side by side through the aisles, past cereal boxes, dairy shelves, and checkout lanes where scanners beeped like background noise to a broken world. Shoppers barely glanced at them. To them, this was normal. To Marcus, it was madness. When they stepped through the automatic doors, sunlight spilled across the pavement. Lyra stopped instantly. Her eyes fluttered shut, and she tilted her face toward the warmth, breathing as if she hadn't felt air in weeks. Marcus watched her, struck by how human that moment looked. The way her lips parted in relief, the way the light danced over her violet skin. "What will you do now?" he asked softly. For a long moment, she didn't answer. Then her voice came, steady, fierce. "I will find others like me. I will reach my people, and I will make sure no one else ends up in a meat section again." Her words hung heavy in the air, both a promise and a threat to everything wrong with this world. Marcus nodded. "Do you need help? A place to stay? Money?" Lyra turned to him with a faint, almost sorrowful smile. "You already gave me what I needed most. You saw me." Lyra's hand lingered in his for just a moment. Cool, steady, alive. Then she stepped away, her bare feet silent on the hot asphalt. Marcus watched her walk toward the edge of the parking lot, her figure outlined in gold by the sinking sun. At the corner, she paused and turned back. Her amare eyes met his, and she raised her hand in a quiet farewell. He raised his in return. No words were needed. Then, like a breath of wind, she was gone. For a long time, Marcus just stood there, receipt still crumpled in his palm, heart pounding with a strange mix of awe and anger. Around him, cars rolled by, people laughed, shopping carts rattled. The world went on, unchanged. But he wasn't the same. He had seen a life priced like meat and couldn't unsee it. He had bought freedom once, but now he understood. True freedom couldn't be bought. It had to be fought for, seen, protected. As he got into his car, the thought hit him like thunder. How many others are still waiting? That day, Marcus made a silent promise. He would never stop seeing. Not ever again. Because sometimes, humanity begins with simply not looking away.